So one of my students said his answer to this binomial multiplied by another was x squared plus 8x plus 12. And he said, hey, I bet you can't figure it out, Mr. Hickam. You can't figure out what binomials I multiplied together. In other words, did he do like x plus what times x plus what to give him that answer? So can we figure it out? Well, let's think about it for a minute. Let's think of x plus 5 times the quantity x plus 3. The final answer to that is x squared plus 8x plus 15. The key here is notice that the final number in that answer was a 15. So where did it come from? Well, it obviously came from when you did this number times that number. It gave you the 15. So that gives me a clue. So let's look at his trinomial he gave us. He gave us this trinomial right here. So we must think, hey, what multiplied together to give us this back number? Because it was x plus some number, x plus some number here. These numbers multiplied to give us that 12. So we know that. So here are the things that could multiply together to give us this 12. So here was the equation he gave us. And I'm saying, hey, that final number 12, what multiplied to give me a 12? Could have been 1 and 12. Could have been 2 times 6, or it could have been 3 times 4. So it has to be one of these pairs. We know that. Those are the only possibilities. So it's either x plus 1 times x plus 12, x plus 2 times x plus 6, or x plus 3 times x plus 4. Now, if we do this one, we're going to get x squared for every one of these when we do these opening parts right there. When we do the x times x, every one of them is going to give us the x squared. Every one of them at the end is going to give us this plus 12. The thing is, every one of them is going to have a different middle piece. This one is going to have a middle piece of 13x. This one, and that's plus 13x. This one will have a plus 8x, and this guy's going to have a plus 7x. So the one we wanted was this. That's what he had. And so it is an x plus 2 times an x plus 6. I think that's the one he had. I hope so. But the key is, how did I get these middle pieces? Do you notice anything? Well, notice that the middle piece came from when I did 1 times x and 12 times x. That gave me the 13x. And this was the 2x and 6x when those pieces got added together. And this was the 3x and 4x, which gave me the 7x. So we can get the middle piece each time from basically these inner and outer pieces being added. So let's say we wanted to factor x squared plus 6x plus 8. How do I start? Well, every time we're going to start with looking at that back number, the 8. We know that the two things multiplied together gave us 8. Well, what are the only possibilities? There's 1 times 8 and 2 times 4. Those are the only possibilities that give you that 8 at the end. But we need to create this middle piece. What will have created the middle piece? All we have to do is look at, hey, these added together would have created a middle piece of 9. These would have created a middle piece of 6, which is what I want. So I know this breaks down to an x plus 2 times an x plus 4. That's what it has to be. Let's look at another one. Let's say we have this. Again, we always look at the final number. What multiplied together to give us 10? 1 and 10, 2 and 5. To get the middle number, this 11, we look at what they added together. 11, and this would give you a middle term of 7x. We don't want that. We want the 11x. So we know it's the 1 and the 10. So we're going to do x plus 1 times x plus 10. That's what it factors down to. This is how we do every problem. When you go through the homework problems, there's a video for every one, and it's going to, every time it's going to break it down with this, and then it's going to simply say, hey, what do they add together to give you? Because that's always going to be your middle piece.